Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. A late-season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia Tech's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And you'll remember the last time these two clashed, it wound up being a tight one right to the finish.
And you know it's always going to be emotional, David. There's so much trash talking in rivalry games like this. These two teams, these two fan bases absolutely hate each other, and they let each other know about it all game long, even before the game.
And that's what makes it so much fun to cover. Who can manage their emotion, not get those dumb penalties, like be really locked in, dialed in, not let all the outside noise affect their play.
Just barely got rid of it.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball
makes the catch and he's free.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Sells to run, looking to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And man, oh man, that is not a good sign for this offensive line. We talked to this team, man. They talked about, they got after the quarterback last week. They were watching him on tape. They had 6 sacks. They've got to do a better job protecting their guy. Opportunity on the first drive, man, they failed early. They've got to do a better job of picking up these blitzes, understanding these guys are going to pin their ears back and try to get to the quarterback.
The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield. It's Addison. Makes a catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Such a great job on the defense, winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Out wide right, it's made. Running free. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown, Georgia Tech. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And you... hold up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
They'll give it to Johnson. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Trying to squeak through the pile. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
I mean, that's a great job. Defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On the snap, it's Wesco. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Right side, it's Hosley. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was in that last one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires left. Hauls it in. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will. shot. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand.
Sprinting away. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your key. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Left side, Wesco makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Quick give. It's Hosley. Turning it on. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. That screen just never got set up, and they're lucky they didn't turn it over.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Quickly to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. On the ground with the counter. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone. It's Hosley. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. 3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Breaks into the open. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under pressure. Unloads in the nick of time.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Deep in the end zone, it's Burrows. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Dropping back, it's Reynolds. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Now after ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the... Clemson will send the punt team out. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started. Drive. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
And here comes the punt team. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Running inside, it's Johnson. Hit and drop. And he got nothing on first down. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the... For this 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride him again. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Wesco. There he goes. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Caught, it's Reynolds. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And you bust a big, long run play, and then I think all eyes get on the running back. And how about this offense with the ability to switch pace really quickly, go from the big run, now take the shot down the field, showing you the balance that can make this offense really dangerous.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. In the backfield, it's Moore. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hits inside, it's Addison. Shakes off the defender. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll give it to Johnson. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Out wide right, it's Brown. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run it on fourth down. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense. Everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Wesco. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. On the run, it's Davidson. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a... close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Right side, it's Brown. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Throws it off the RPO. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum.
Makes the ground and room to run. Pass to Tech. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. yardage. Now you put your defense in position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely. Care of their business.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They bring the punter onto the field now. Trying to get started. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Final play of the quarter coming. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Reynolds. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. And they explode on that. They've got it down to the 22.
And that's the beauty of this offense. And this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Run in the red zone, it's Davidson. And got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the gun, it's Powell. Runs through a tackle. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Ripping through the defense. Get all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Shoots it to the left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Rushes on. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passes.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Needs it here on 4th down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that. Play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The run inside. It's Davidson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Sees an alley. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Direct snap. It's Wesco. That one falls incomplete. They reached it. Taking tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? Nickel put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
They boot it away. Fields the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Sets his feet. It's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They're looking to throw on second and short. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes in the 39. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way.
Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Long way to go on second down. Motion from the back. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Addison. Georgia Tech spins its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw again. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an happen.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking for the marker. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just smothered on the play.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. Can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation.
Snags it and he's open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Wesco. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Breaks into the open. The 40. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a scoring toss from the 33. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. It's really easy to get